Good morning, everyone. I am Nancy Quinn, previously Ganzerkloffer, and I am here with Maddie from the IDS, and we are going to be talking about High Point, which is coming up in how many weeks, Maddie?
Gosh, I guess like 2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks. Got to get my clothes in order. Okay, so the IDS is hosting a lot of events. I'm doing one of them with you guys, but why don't you talk about when people go to market, how they can find the IDS events and what you guys are doing?
Yeah, absolutely. So first of all, you can find all of our events on the IDS website, and it's under the events tab. If you did not know, IDS is headquartered in High Point. So that is literally where I am right now, in our headquarters in the middle of downtown High Point, in the middle of all of the showrooms. So it's a fantastic location, especially during a High Point market. And we have a member lounge in our headquarters up here in the radio building on the 8th floor that's open to all of our members all during High Point. And we really want you to take advantage of that. So we have different events kind of sprinkled throughout market up here, but you can come anytime, get a coffee, grab a snack, charge your phone, do some work if you need to, post it and come in here and post to Instagram.
Yes.
And we would love to see you. So, another benefit, you can also check your luggage with us if you are, flying in that day or flying out. You don't want to deal with the long lines at the IHFC building. Members.
That's huge. That's new.
Yeah. Well, no, we've had that. We've had the luggage check. So
that's amazing.
People really, really enjoy that. And we're right here in the center. If you know where the Point is at High Point Market, we are just across the street. So we are right in the middle of everything on Main Street. So it's perfect. It's convenient for you. So that is, a big thing that we have going on during market is just having the lounge open, and all members are able to come up here and just use it as your home base during market.
And I got to tell you, I love the lounge because in between my events, sometimes I just need some downtime to some quiet time, right? Just to get a drink and put my feet up, and I'm always there. Like that's where I go. Because if I get on overload, I go to the IDS lounge and just go, okay, I'm just going to sit here and have some friendly faces and some little like quiet conversation, which is amazing.
Yeah, so if you're looking for Nancy during High Point Market, you can find her at the IDS Lounge.
That's right. Right. Well, let's talk about all the events you have going on too, because I am also doing a couple of events, and I'm in and out in basically two nights. I'm doing that whirlwind. Nancy's coming in and going out. So yes, you'll find me at the IDS Lounge at some point, but probably limited this time because I'm not staying extra days.
Yeah, you're going to have a tight schedule.
Yeah, we have a tight schedule, but IDS has so many events that are valuable for everyone. So let's start at the first one and just kind of go through them for everybody.
Perfect. Okay, so I'll cover kind of 2 in 1. We have 2 tours that we are offering. So we've done these in markets past, and they are very popular. Friday we have an antiques tour. So if you're coming in a little early, that's on Friday the 25th. We have an antiques tour with Debbie Daly and Gloria Stats, and they are going to take you to some hidden gems around High Point where you can really find some unique items, and it's called a vintage voyage. We even have a trolley bus that's going to take you around.
So
it's going to be really great, and that's perfect for people who, maybe you've been coming to High Point for a while and you've just been shopping the same showrooms and you're looking for something unique. This is a great tour to sign up for.
Yes.
And then we have another tour that is more so tailored to first timers, or maybe if you haven't been to High Point in a while and you need a refresher. And that is the Learn to Love High Point Market Tour on Saturday, the 26th. And it is, with Wendy Wallachuk and Jen Tampasis, and they are going to take you to I think it's 8 different showrooms. Wow. You get breakfast at the IDS Lounge to start your day. You'll have lunch included also, and then we'll wrap up with a really fun cocktail party that night.
Nice, very
so
good.
The cocktail party is actually that evening, and it's open to everyone. So it is at Phillips Collection, Saturday night of High Point.
I'm
from
writing
4
this
to
one down
6.
because Saturday night's the only night we don't have something booked, and we're coming in Saturday afternoon.
Oh, well,
So,
perfect.
so I can be at the IDS cocktail hour Saturday night with Leslie and, hang out with everybody before my Sunday whirlwind.
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. It's very lively. Usually there's a lot of people there. It'll be a blast. So make sure you tell us you're coming so that we can plan for the right number of people. But it's so much fun. Open to everyone, a designer social. We'd love to see you there, even if you're not an IDS member. So don't worry about that. Then, Nancy, let's talk about your panel that's happening Sunday.
Yes. What did we call that panel?
It's called The Price is Right, Mastering Interior Design Fees with Confidence.
Okay, so we are going to be talking about all the methods that I teach my Profit Insider Academy clients on how they should price and how they should have a profitable interior design firm and how they get there. And I'll be the moderator, and I have 3 panelists who will be really open and genuine about what is their hourly rate, how do they charge, what rabbit holes do they go down, what problems do they have with pricing, their journey to where they are today, and how they got the confidence to charge their worth and what pricing models they use in order to make sure that they have every single job be profitable. Otherwise, why work, right? As in design. So someone's asking in the Facebook group, can I bring my baby with my mom? And am I dreaming in color? Would it be better for me to come when baby is older and I can go to High Point solo?
Oh, if you're talking about High Point Market in general, I would say it's not very kid friendly.
I would agree.
Yeah, I would wait unless your baby is just strapped to you and it's a newborn and it'll just sleep the whole time. But some showrooms might not even let kids in. So
yeah, I just think it's tough on the mom. I mean, we know how exhausting High Point is. It's basically nonstop collaborating, communicating, viewing, taking pictures, keeping all your products straight, all your rep meetings straight, all your educational. Having a baby on top of that might actually be too difficult.
And it's you're getting on shuttles and buses and having to. High Point is very unique for a market.
It's a whole town
spread all over the city.
Yeah,
you're not just in one building and just doing your rounds up and down the floors. There's 100 buildings.
So Christella, I would say wait a little longer if you can't leave the baby yet, and do it where you can actually enjoy it and get out of it what you need. Otherwise, it's an expensive trip to take with a baby when you can't get anything.
I would agree. So.
All right.
Well, somebody has asked on Instagram, where is this? And I think they're referring to the pricing panel on Sunday. So it's at EQ3 showroom. So that is on Elm Street. It's very close to the IDS Lounge. It's very close to Suites at Market Square, if you know where that is, and the C&D building. It's like right next to that. So EQ3 showroom at 1:00 on Sunday.
That's where Leslie and I will be, and 2 other panelists that have been so kind as to say yes to open up behind the scenes of their businesses and talk about their pricing. So
everybody always wants to hear about that. And these panelists, they're going to literally tell you what they do. So that's always nice.
I mean, we did this panel, 2 years ago, the similar panel. And we had standing room only, busting out the doors, because the panelists do. When I say, tell us what you charge. Tell us how long it takes you to do things. How did you get there? What pricing models have you tried that have not worked for you and your ideal client in your business? And then people get to ask questions, which is really the best part. So it's a live webinar, so to speak, and Q&A session. So you're not going to want to miss it, but you're going to want to RSVP on the High Point Market website so that we know how many people are going to be there.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. And I think EQ3 is going to have like wine and cheese and stuff if you want to stay around after. So you'll be well taken care of.
Excellent. Okay. What else do you have going on?
Okay. So then
Sunday?
we have several little meetups in the lounge. And so this may or may not apply to you, but one special one that we have, I'm really excited about. This is the first time we've done this, and we hope to repeat it every market, but we're going to have a new member meetup in the lounge. Nice. So if you have joined IDS in the last year, you're invited, and it's just an opportunity to get to know IDS a little bit better, get to know our staff. All of our staff will be there. Some board members will be there. You'll be able to meet other new members and just familiarize yourself with IDS so that you feel like you can call us on a random Tuesday and that you feel like you're a part of our family now. So
yes, I
that
think
is
sense
going-
of community is what really was lacking in this industry for a long time. And IDS has really kind of satisfied that need. So don't be afraid to come
Yeah,
and meet everybody, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So if you have joined IDS recently in the last year or so, or if you're about to join next week or during High Point Market, come to this. It's on Sunday at 10 a.m. So Sunday morning at 10 a.m. and an hour and a half, and come for 10 minutes if you want, but we'll have brunch items. We'll have coffee, mimosas, all the things. But we would love to meet you.
Awesome. Okay.
Then we have a few other regional meetups that are specifically for designers in these areas.
Ooh.
So it's a new thing that we kind of tested out last market, and it was really popular. So if you're a designer in the Charleston area, we have Charleston, South Carolina. We have a meetup for you on Sunday morning before the new member meetup, and it's at 8:30 a.m. So that's the time they chose. They want to start their day early, breakfast, of course, coffee, all the things.
Right.
Then we have one for New England designers. So I know New England IDS was on Instagram a minute ago. I'm not sure if they still are, but if you are in the New England area, so that's like, Boston area. And I think we have some in Maine, I think. I get all those states mixed up. Anyway, if you're in that area, if you would be in that area.
Right. You know better than us. Right.
Yeah. We have a meetup for you at 3:30, from 3:30 to 5 p.m. on Sunday.
Okay.
So Sunday's a packed day.
I was going to say, you guys are going to be running around like crazy.
Yeah. And then Charlotte, North Carolina designers. We have a lot of Charlotte designers come, especially on the weekdays because it's so close to High Point. So if you are a Charlotte designer, we have a meetup for you on Monday, the 28th, from 3 to 4:30. So all of those are in the lounge. You can come and, get to meet some other designers in your area, form those connections, and come. Even if you're not an IDS member, please come, because that way you can meet some of these chapter members and form a connection with them, and then join IDS, go to the meetings in your local area, and then you already feel like you know people.
Yeah, really nice way to get to know the people in your area and feel like you have something in common with other designers.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So High Point, it's gonna be really fun. There's always so much going on at High Point Market. If you need if you have any questions or need any advice, you can always give us a call here at the office. You can send me an email. We are, here in the thick of things, right in the middle of the city. So we are kind of experts on it. So just let us know, because I know it can be daunting your first time coming to High Point Market. It's so unique, so different than other markets. But we want you to really take advantage of it and have a good time and form good connections, find new vendors, source great product, all the things.
All the things. Yeah. So listen, guys, if you haven't been to High Point, I highly recommend you start with a tour. One of the 2 tours that Maddie mentioned is a great place to start. If you're a newbie, there's one. If you want to learn how to sell product that's not searchable on internet, usually antiques is a great way to go. This way you can make a little more margin on them sometimes. That's another great tour if you're a more experienced designer. Coming to our pricing panel and for the meetups for the different regions, and just heading over to the IDS Lounge and getting to know everybody there is going to be a great kind of anchor to your trip. So go over to, do you have it up on the website, Maddie, interiordesignstudy.org? Can they RSVP for the events or find these other things? Okay.
Yes. If you go to interiordesignsociety.org, hover over the events tab and then click on High Point Market. And all of our events are there. We even have a map on there that shows you where the lounge is. And then if you scroll down a little bit more, you'll see all of the events, and you can just click to register. And that helps us out a lot when planning for how much food and drink to buy. So that would be much appreciated.
Yeah, because if you don't RSVP and you show up, that's also fine, but we hate to
Yeah.
run out of food and drink, which happens
Yeah,
sometimes,
yeah.
right? Yeah, when people walk by and just go, oh, I want to be part of that. So if you can RSVP, that's always helpful. But I will be at High Point as well for, I think, my first time in 2 years. I don't go every year. I try to go every other year. So it should be fun. So yes, Leslie and I will plan on being at the IDS party on Saturday night. We will RSVP, and then of course our panel on for the IDS at 1:00 on Sunday. So exciting! All right, so Maddie, I'll see you in about 2.5 weeks.
Sounds good. I can't wait. It's
I
been a
know it's going to be
while.
so exciting. And tell Jenny I want to see that baby, even though babies are not recommended. I'm assuming she's going to bring the baby to the lounge once in a while.
She might bring her up here for a couple of hours. So
Yeah, I gotta
yeah.
find out when. So yeah, we don't want the babies
Yeah.
to have too many germs either. So we have to be careful.
Yes,
As a
yes.
mom. So, all right, we will see you in 2.5 weeks. Anyone, if you have any questions for the IDS, go to interiordesignSociety.org. Check out all the assets they have and all the events they're having at High Point. And it's very worth joining so that as an interior designer, you have access to all they have to offer. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll talk to you soon, Maddie.
All right. Thanks, Vance.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Bye.